Welcome to the Shakaama Show. So I'm gonna do something I have never done before. I'm gonna answer a question that I got into my YouTube messages. Here we go. This is from Mosadik Almora. Welcome to the Shakaama Show with your host Shakaama. I'm a homeless veteran with income of $1,300 a month, I guess, for VA compensation. I need help. I make too much money to qualify for HUD, and I have $30,000 in debt. I'm a current college student who is unemployed. What can I do other than find a job? I want to take my money and invest or do something to at least pay $5,000 or $10,000 off my debt. What would you do? I'm not close with my family, therefore going to live with them is out of the question. Okay, so I'm going to ignore that entire little section about the family thing. Okay, so here we are. Homeless veteran, $30,000 in debt, college student, current college student. If you were me, what would you do? Okay, first of all, I assume that you're making straight A's because that's what I made, and you said, what would I do? Number one, treat college like a business. The only thing that's acceptable are A's. If you're not making A's in a class, drop the class. And here's something that you can do. If it's a required class, drop the class if you're not making an A and audit the class. That means that you go through the entire class as if you were taking the class, but you don't get a grade in it. That way, the next semester, you take the class and you get an A in it, right? At least that's the theory. I never kept a class that I didn't make an A in, and the only reason that I didn't have an A in certain classes was because I ran into weird teachers. One teacher was a man who was a womanizer. He only gave A's to curvaceous women who wore tight dresses. And there was a girl who would come to class in a sweater dress, although it was like 100 degrees outside, with like 120-degree humidity. It's crazy. And I dropped the class, and then he said, "Why did you drop the class?" I said, "Because I wasn't getting an A." He said, "But you were at the head of the bell curve." I said, "Well, I wasn't getting an A. I don't deal with not getting an A." Okay, so here's what I would do in that situation. I would apply for scholarships, and I would tailor my major to be the most lucrative coming out, making at least $250,000 coming out of school, and the most sought after. There are majors you can get where you're making $250,000, and there are people lined up to snap you up as soon as you graduate. Even here's something that you shouldn't hear from me, even if you're not making straight A's. But treat college like a business. Straight A's are the only thing accepted. Okay, now, when I say apply for scholarships, I don't mean one or two. I mean like 10,000. Now, you say you're homeless, you don't have money. Well, you have money. Today, you can do stuff that was not available to me when I was going in school, which is you have these cell phones that you can apply for all of this stuff right on your phone, right online. There's a story of a guy who was in college, and he sent out 10,000 mailers. And in the mailer, he said, "I'm a college kid, I'm majoring in this, these are my grades, I can't afford it, I want to stay in school, please send me $1." So he hand wrote 10,000 mailers, and he got an outrageous response. Normally, mail, people throw away. But he hand wrote this, which normally gets about a 25% return rate. This guy got something like 50% or something crazy high like that. And here's the silver lining to that story. He never got $1. He got up to $100 or even maybe $1,000. I believe people just didn't feel right actually sending $1, so he never got $1. He got 10, 20, 100. These are ideas of what you could do to raise money for school and to raise money for your debt and to raise money for housing. Now, when I say 10,000 scholarships, There are scholarships out there, and I've seen it. You could do it online, and there are books that are actually sold on Amazon of where you could actually get get all sorts of scholarships and apply for everything that you even remotely qualify. And there are some crazy scholarships out there, like people with freckles, people born on Sunday, people with a mother named Judith, something crazy like that. These are all things that I would do. Now, going into college, I did have a few scholarships. In college, I actually got one of those books that had a whole bunch of scholarships in it. And I applied for a few and I got them. I have some college debt, but for the most part, I had a free ride through college. And grad school and law school was completely free to me. Completely. I even made money in law school. Anyway, and that's what I would do. Go back and review this video. Thank you for watching the Shakaama Live Show. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers. Thank you.